I'm Tom, this is Mark, we're here with Dallinghouse Construction, and we're here to answer some questions about foundation work.
Tom, how long have you been doing this?
We were just talking about this, Mark, and it's around 2009 and 2010 is when I started.
Okay, so we're in 2023, so you've been doing this almost 14 years?
Almost 14 years.
Did like in different facets of the job, or foundation, inspector, sales?
I started, when I first got hired, I was supposed to be operations manager. However, this is a different type of work. So I wanted to get my hands dirty. So I actually went and did the work for about a month, and then I ran a crew for roughly about 4 or 5 months. And then I went and started running operations.
Wow, so a lot of background. Yeah, I started around the same time, doing mainly drafting and then inspections, and then I transferred in the sales aspect about 10 years ago. So collectively, we have what, 27, 28 years?
28. So put it on my calendar, I'll go ahead and read the notes, make sure, just to make sure it's still within our scope of work. And if I have any questions, I can give them a call and just to double check. But typically I just call a day before, a couple days before, just to confirm my appointment, make sure we're good. And then once we're good, I head out the next day or whenever it's scheduled for.
I would get a note on my calendar and activity through my email. Then I read the notes, I call the customer, see if it's our scope of work. I also look to see if I'm in the area any sooner, or if there's any schedule conflictions. But most of the time we want to make sure it's for us, because we're such a niche industry. We want to make sure that we're not wasting our time or their time.
The first thing I do is I just go to the door, introduce myself. First thing I ask them is, so what am I here for? Would you like to show me what's going on? I let them show me all their concerns, and then we go from there. Basically, I'll start my inspection. I'll typically let them know that I'm gonna go ahead and take some pictures. On the outside, I'll draw up a floor plan, take some measurements, and then last thing I'll do is I'll come in and do a manometer survey, which will tell me the elevations of the home and where to focus my attention in correlation with cracks and whatever issues they're having. And then from there, we'll sit down and we can take a look at the elevations. I'll let them know what's going on, ask them what they want me to do for them, and then I'll tell them how I can do it for them and what their options are.
Every time I try to do a proposal that day, but before I leave, they pretty much know what I found, whether the house is not having any problems, whether it's under our job minimum, or whether they're having foundation issues and are gonna need our proposal, our engineering, permit, whatever they need. I actually sent their proposal to them a couple hours or an hour after I was there. It was more of a simplistic proposal, but I mean, they got that within a few hours. And sometimes I hear all the time that some of our competitors don't even get it turned around to the client within a week or 2 weeks, and they're still waiting. So I pride myself, as I'm sure Tom does as well, to get that turned around really quickly so they can digest it, because sometimes it's a big number to digest. We just pride ourselves in all the experience at Dallinghouse Construction.